हेलो एवरीवन एंड वेलकम टू योर ओन चैनल केशव झा किंग्स लैब। तो आज हम लोग करने वाले हैं चैप्टर 4। ठीक है। इससे पहले मैं चैप्टर 1, 2 और 3 जो है कम्प्लीटली अपलोड कर चुका हूँ। प्लेलिस्ट का लिंक आपको डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में मिल जाएगा। और साथ ही साथ मैंने अभी 21 जुलाई 2021 को, सॉरी 26 जुलाई 2021 को, 26 जुलाई 2021 को जो बीसीआर का आपका पेपर होता है यानी पेपर 2 जो हुआ था आपका, वो भी मैंने कम्प्लीटली सॉल्व करके अपलोड किया हुआ है। तो उसका भी लिंक मैं आपको डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में डाल दूंगा। इससे पहले मैंने कहते हैं दिसंबर 2020 वाला, नवंबर 2020 वाला, वो भी सॉल्व किया था। अगर आप लोग कहेंगे तो मैं जितने भी अभी तक 2018 से बीसीआर के क्वेश्चन पेपर हुए हैं सब एक एक करके सॉल्व करके अपलोड कर दूंगा। ठीक है, तो आप लोग मुझे बता दें। तो आज का जो हमारा कॉन्सेप्ट है वो है कंप्रीहेंशन पैसेज। देखिए, कंप्रीहेंशन पैसेज कोई ऐसी चीज नहीं है जो आप लोगों ने कभी पढ़ी ना हो। बचपन से यही तो एक ऐसी चीज है जो फ्री में नंबर दिलवाती थी। हम कहते थे भाई देख 10 नंबर का कंप्रीहेंशन पैसेज आ जाएगा, 20 नंबर का कंप्रीहेंशन पैसेज आ जाएगा, करना क्या है, ढूंढ के ही तो लिखना है। तो इंग्लिश के पेपर में ये इकलौती ऐसी चीज थी जो सबसे ज्यादा पास करवाने में हेल्पफुल होती थी। ठीक है। तो आता आप सबको भी ये है, बस उस टाइम पे इसका नाम क्या होता था, अनसीन पैसेज। ठीक है। और अगर आप अभी करंट का सीबीएसई का देखेंगे क्वेश्चन पेपर पैटर्न बनाने का 9th और 10th का, तो वो तो कहते हैं कि भैया 30 नंबर का दे दो बच्चों को, 30 नंबर से पैसेज पैसेज के दे दो, बच्चा खुश, क्या जरूरत है पढ़ने की। ठीक है, तो ये होता है। खैर हम लोग इस बारे में बात नहीं करेंगे, हम लोग बात करेंगे कंप्रीहेंशन पैसेज। आपको पता तो है कि भाई क्या होता है, जो एक पैराग्राफ होता है, पैराग्राफ से रिलेटेड कुछ क्वेश्चन आंसर्स होता है और वो क्वेश्चन आंसर तो आपको लिखने होते हैं। हाँ, पैराग्राफ ऐसा हो सकता है कभी कभार कि क्वेश्चन के डायरेक्ट आंसर आपको मिल जाए, लेकिन कुछ क्वेश्चन ऐसे होते हैं जो आपको एनालाइज करके लिखने पड़ते हैं, यानी डायरेक्ट आंसर आपको नहीं मिलते हैं। तो आपको इसके लिए कुछ स्ट्रेटेजीज है जो आईसीएआई ने बताई हुई है, पहले जरा उन पे एक बार नजर मार लेते हैं। ठीक है, क्या बोला भाई स्ट्रेटेजीज के लिए। पहली चीज जो मैं ये क्लियर कर दूं, ये स्ट्रेटेजीज अगर आप ये सोचोगे कि भैया हम लोग एक दिन में ही सीख जाए, नहीं होगा। अगर आप सोचोगे कि 1 वीक में सीख जाए, हल्का आइडिया लगेगा लेकिन पॉसिबल नहीं है। इसके लिए कम से कम आपको 2 मंथ की रेगुलर प्रैक्टिस चाहिए, कम से कम 2 मंथ तो आपको चाहिए ही चाहिए। अगर आप 2 महीने, वैसे तो कहा जाता है कि आप डे 1 से तैयारी चालू कर दो। ठीक है, क्योंकि पहली चीज है रीड द पैसेज क्विकली टू अंडरस्टैंड द मेन आइडिया। सबसे पहले बोले हुए कि पूरा पैसेज रीड करो। तो अगर आपके पास 250 टू 300 वर्ड्स का पैसेज है और उसको आपको पढ़ना है 1 से 1.5 मिनट में, और पढ़ना ही नहीं है, सिर्फ उसे पढ़ करके समझना भी है, तो आपको उसके लिए तो प्रैक्टिस चाहिए ना। अगर आप सोचोगे ये तो वहीं पढ़ लेंगे, पॉसिबल नहीं है। आपको इसके लिए रीडिंग की प्रैक्टिस करनी पड़ेगी। तो रीड द पैसेज क्विकली टू अंडरस्टैंड द मेन आइडिया। सबसे पहले रीड करो पैसेज को। नाउ इट इज एडविजिबल टू अंडरलाइन द मेन पॉइंट। जैसे आप लोग भी देखते हो, मैं अपने वीडियोस में क्या करता हूँ, लाइनें लिखी होती है, लेकिन जो मुझे इंपॉर्टेंट बात लगती है उसके नीचे में क्या कर देता हूँ, अंडरलाइन कर देता हूँ। तो वही चीज बोली हुई है, आइडेंटिफाइंग की वर्ड्स एंड स्टेटमेंट while रीडिंग द पैसेज। नाउ स्कैन थ्रू ऑल द क्वेश्चन। एक बार आपने रीड कर लिया, पॉइंट बना लिया, अब क्वेश्चन पढ़ो आप सबसे पहले। ठीक है। इट इज बेनिफिशियल टू अंडरस्टैंड द डिटेल इंफॉर्मेशन आस्क्ड फॉर इन द क्वेश्चन टू अवॉइड द मिस इंटरप्रिटेशन ऑफ द क्वेश्चन। यानी जरूरी है कि सिर्फ आप क्वेश्चन पढ़ो ही ना, उसकी डिटेल इंफॉर्मेशन भी समझो कि भाई एक्चुअली ये पूछना क्या चाहता है। ठीक है, ऐसा नहीं है कि बस आपने देखा लिख दिया, नहीं, आप बहुत ज्यादा मिस इंटरप्रिटेट कर सकते हो। यहाँ पर एक एग्जाम्पल दिया हुआ है, लेकिन मैं इस एग्जाम्पल के बारे में अभी बात नहीं करूंगा, क्योंकि ये एग्जाम्पल जब आगे प्रैक्टिस वाले पार्ट लेकर के आएंगे तो उसमें हम लोग करेंगे। ठीक है। सेकंड दिया हुआ है री रीड द पैसेज एंड मेकिंग द स्पेसिफिक इंफॉर्मेशन रिलेटेड टू क्वेश्चन। देखो, जब आपने पहली बार पढ़ा था, तो पहली बार जब आपने रीड किया था तो उस टाइम पे आपने क्वेश्चंस नहीं पढ़े हुए थे। लेकिन अब जब आप री रीड कर रहे हो तो आपने कोई एक जनरल आइडिया तो है ही है, साथ ही साथ आपने क्या कर लिया, री रीड भी कर लिया, ओ क्वेश्चंस भी पढ़ लिए। तो अब जब आप पढ़ोगे तो आप उन क्वेश्चंस के आंसर ढूंढने के लिए पढ़ो। हालांकि मैं ये सजेस्ट करता हूँ कि आप सबसे पहले क्वेश्चंस पढ़े और उसके बाद ही क्या करें, कंप्रीहेंशन पैसेज पढ़े। क्योंकि क्वेश्चन क्या होते हैं, 4 से 5 होते हैं, एक बार में याद हो जाते हैं कि अच्छा ठीक है एक बार में पांचों क्वेश्चन याद हो गए। आप पढ़ते जाओगे आपको आंसर मिलते चले जाएंगे। ठीक है। मेरा पर्सनल सजेशन ये है कि आप पहले क्वेश्चन पढ़ो और उसके बाद क्या करो, पैराग्राफ पढ़ो। ठीक है, बट फिर भी जो आपको अच्छा लगे। उसके बाद क्या है, देर इज ऑफन एम्बिग्विटी इन द आंसर्स प्रोवाइडेड इन द मल्टीपल चॉइस क्वेश्चन। एम्बिग्विटी का मतलब ये क्लियर होता ही नहीं कि भाई परफेक्ट आंसर क्या होगा। सब मिले जुले से होते हैं, सब एक जैसे ही लग रहे होते हैं, सब सही ही लग रहे होते हैं। Many a time student feel that two answers are appropriate in the context. मुझे तो कभी कभार लगता है चारों ही सही है. However, there will always be a fine difference. तो एक बहुत ही छोटा सा difference होगा that you have to find. Okay, and for that you need practice. As I'm saying, it is all about practice. Like when we will do the sample passage 3, there is a question 1 which say we lose privacy on social network site because we put many photographs on site. Sites require us to share a great deal of our personal information. We choose wrong friends and youngsters are generally careless. Actually, all these are reasons. These all are reasons of loss of privacy in social networking. But this option is most appropriate. So this is what we have to find. It's not about how good all the options look. We have to find out which one is good. In the question, all options seem to be valid because all are the reasons why we can lose our privacy. However, when you go through the passage again, when you will read the passage, you will find that the B is the correct answer in the context of the passage. Okay. Now, sometimes readers feel none of the given choices answer the given. Sorry. Sometimes reader feel none of the given choices answer the question. That means all the options are wrong. Again, it is retreated that reread and choose carefully. That is, it is said, retreated, that is, it is said that try to read one more time and you will find your answer. Okay. So the first thing you need to do while reading this, keep yourself calm, keep yourself focused and keep your mind silent. Okay, that's very good, important thing while doing or attending a question of comprehension passage. Now finally review before you move to on the next question. Okay, they are saying that first try to review that whatever you answered, is it correct or not. The second thing is Bloom's taxonomy. What is Bloom's taxonomy? So Bloom taxonomy gives the student an idea of higher and lower order thinking skill, that is HOTS and LOTS. Higher order thinking skill HOTS, lower order thinking skill LOTS. Okay, Bloom's taxonomy gives the student an idea of HOTS and LOTS. The student will be tested on all areas depicted in the pyramid. So here a pyramid was given by ICAI, which I thought there will be no clearance, so I downloaded that from internet, and here are the 5 stages. They will check your knowledge, that how much knowledge you have. Let me just change the color and increase the thickness. Okay, they will check your knowledge, that how much good you can understand. Okay, they will comprehend, they will change your comprehension, that is your understanding. First type of question they will ask that recall the information, discovery, observation, listening, locating or naming. Okay, so they can ask a question that what was the name of, what do you observe. Then second type of question they will ask is comprehension. What they will ask you to understand, translating, summarizing or demonstrating or discuss. They will ask a question where you have to say what do you understand by the concept. The third thing is application. Whatever you understand, can you apply that on your answer? Okay, there should be an analysis of identifying and analyzing the pattern. Okay, so if there is any analysis, you need to do it. Then the next type of question is synthesis, using old concept to create new ideas. Okay, designing an invention, composing, imagining, inferring, modifying or predicting, combining. All these type of questions are related to synthesis. And then comes last, evaluation, which is the topmost. So many few questions are asked from evaluation. Basically in higher education they will ask question for evaluation. Okay, here you have question of 1 mark and 2 marks. They will not go for evaluation. That is assessing theories, comparison of ideas, evaluating outcomes, solving, judging, recommending or rating. Okay, so they will try to do this. Do you understand all the points? Okay, so what they will check the knowledge, they will check the comprehension, they will check how much you can apply the concept, how good you are in analysis, how much you can imagine or synthesize, and what's your evaluation. So these are the stages of Bloom's taxonomy. Okay, now here comes what kind of question they can ask, what type of question they can ask. So a reading comprehension passage attempts to test a student's reading skill and the ability to recall, understanding, apply, analyze, evaluate, and create content based on passage. As I said, the first step. What was the first step? The first step was knowledge. So they will check how much knowledge you have. Then they will ask specific details from the content of the body, that is, can you remember or understand the passage or not? Okay. The second type of question they will ask the meaning of words or phrases. That means from the context, so that you understand the passage clearly. Also, you can apply your knowledge on that specific passage. Okay, and you can understand that what they are saying. Now, they can ask a question about drawing in inference and conclusion. They can ask, what do you understand by this paragraph, or what can you conclude by this paragraph? So that means you have to analyze that what the paragraph is all about, and you should evaluate that whatever you are saying, why you are saying that. So you have to make an evaluation. Then they can ask you to identify the tone of a speaker. Tone of a speaker, that means, is it expository? Is he exposing someone, or it is just a narration, or it is persuasive? What kind of tone he is using? So they want you to evaluate the passage. Okay. Then they can ask you about the main idea or theme of the passage. They will check how much you understand, how can you apply, and how much you can evaluate. All these things will be included here. Now, suitable title. When they ask for suitable title, so they want to know that did you understand the passage? Can you evaluate the passage, or can you create something? So that's what they want to know. Okay. So these were the type of questions. And before that, I discussed that why comprehension passage. Okay. And the strategies of comprehension passage. Now, the first and most important difficulty that you will face is the reading speed, which is an essential problem for many of us. Reading any text is often a challenge for many people, especially if it is not our mother tongue, your or our mother tongue. If it's not our mother tongue, it's difficult us to understand or read. Several techniques can be applied to improve reading speed, but as I said earlier, that they will only give you benefit once you will practice at least before 2 months of exam, 2 months prior the exam. Okay. Then what they are saying, read early in a day whenever you are the most receptive and in a quiet environment. Try to read in a quiet environment. Try to be read when you are most receptive, when you think that I can understand anything very easily. Do not read loud, it hampers speed. Like when I am teaching you, when I am making these videos, I cannot read so fast because I am reading aloud. So I cannot just go with the speed because it will hamper my speed. So try to read mutely or very slowly. Okay. Now third point is, sometimes it is beneficial to cover the text you have already gone through to prevent your eyes from straying to the previously read content. Sometimes it happens that why I just always make page up so that I cannot see these points, because whatever I did there, if I can see it, my eyes will always go there. My eyes will always go there. So that's why what I do, I hide. So it is also a beneficial technique. Now, set a speed faster than you can understand. Try to read faster than understanding. You may not comprehend the material at first, but stay focused on the next and keep your eyes moving. Set yourself a time limit. Okay? Set yourself a time limit, that how much speed you can put on. Okay? There is a criteria I will discuss, that how much a graduation level student should read in a minute. Okay, we will go through there also. Now, if you want to get a gist or general idea of a text, skimming through the subject matter helps. What now many will ask, what do we mean by skimming? Skimming is only reading those words which is important in a text, and you can get the general idea. But when you know that this is important and this is not, when you have done so much of practice, then you know that okay, A is not so important for me, the is so not so important for me in this. Okay. So that is skimming. However, reading the text in detail is the only way to get complete understanding of any written material. But in detail, we can read a second time, but for the first time, we can use skimming. Okay. Now, read the main and subheadings if there is available. Tabular material and table of content to get an idea of information contained in the text. Like when we used to make note making, what we used to do, we used to put a heading and then several subheadings. And what it helps us to understand that, okay, this is the total concept is all about, this is the whole passage is all about. So it shorten the ideas, the subheadings, it shorts your length of passage so that you can understand. Okay. An idea of the content increase reading speed. Okay. If you have the idea, your speed will always be increased. Now, seventh point is it helps in reading in the beginning. Sorry. It helps in reading the beginning and end of any text, article, paragraph. That if you read the first paragraph or the last paragraph, like we used to hear from our teachers. मैं ये थोड़ा हिंदी में बोलता हूँ. हम लोगों ने ना बचपन से सुना है कि अरे टीचर जो क्या है ना वो तो क्या करते सिर्फ पहला पैराग्राफ पढ़ते और दूसरा लास्ट वाला पैराग्राफ पढ़ते, बीच में तो कुछ भी लिख दो, राम कहानी लिख दो, गाने लिख दो. मुझे आज तक लिटरली एक बच्चे की ऐसी कॉपी ना मिली जिसके ऊपर उसने गाना लिखा है और उसको टीचर ने मार्क्स दिए. मुझे मिली ही नहीं है ऐसी कॉपी आज तक. ये किसी एक के साथ कहीं एक जगह हुआ होगा और लोगों ने इसका हल्ला कर दिया कि पहला लिख लो ढंग से, लास्ट वाला लिख दो, बीच वाला कुछ भी लिख दो. बट ऐसा नहीं होता है. एक टीचर की सबसे बड़ी लाइफ की प्रॉब्लम यही होती है कि उसकी नजर सबसे पहले गलतियों पे ही जाती है. वो पढ़े ना पढ़े उसकी नजर सबसे पहले गलतियों पे ही जाएगी. आई डोंट नो व्हाई, बट होती है ये टीचर के साथ प्रॉब्लम. Reading the first and last paragraph and lines gives an idea of the content. So if you read the first and the last line of a paragraph, it will give you the general idea. If you are familiar with it, reading becomes faster. Now, underline important. Now the eighth point is underline important words in the text. It helps you to picking out the important aspects. Now the ninth point is it is a good strategy to practice often and time your reading speed. That's already said. You need to do practice. Time yourself each time you speed read. Try to improve your speed each time. You can try the following method. What are the following methods? There are three methods. Just we will go one by one. Get an idea of number of words in a page by counting the words in a line and thereafter multiply the number of lines like we used to do. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16. So here is 16 words. Now we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So 16 into 9. Okay, now we have 144 words. So this kind of thing helps you. Okay, put a time limit for yourself, say half an hour, and check how much text you can cover in that time. Use simple mathematics of multiplying the number of pages, words, and time taken to read them. Assess your reading speed. Now, as I said that I will discuss how much is good speed for you per minute. Let us discuss. You have to set, the point 10 is you have to set yourself a target of time and pace. Adopting the strategies mentioned above will definitely help you to improve. Sometimes people even double their speed in a few weeks. Not in a 1 week, but in a few weeks. As I said, at least 2 months prior. Self motivation and regular practice is the best way to attain your goal. So what should be the speed of your reading speed? An individual aged 12, if you are 12-year old or above, you have to read 200 to 250 words per minute. Okay. If you are a college student, 300 words per minute. Now I know that you all are 12th qualified, so this is your speed. 300 words per minute by understanding. It's not just going through, understanding the text. If you are reading at 450 words per minute, you will be skimming the text with unconsciously. You will not know, but you will skim the text for the main points. At this speed, you should be able to understand almost complete of the text. Now, if you can improve up to 600 to 700 words per minute, is used for looking for some specific information. Like we used to play a game in childhood. एक होता था ना बचपन में गेम किताब को घुमाते थे, बीच का कोई भी पन्ना खोल देते थे, कहते थे ये वर्ड ढूंढ कितनी बार आया है तेरे साइड में, कितनी बार आया है मेरी साइड में। तो उसमें हम लोग यही चीज इस्तेमाल करते थे, दैट वी जस्ट वांट टू नो द स्पेसिफिक इंफॉर्मेशन, तो हम लोग इसी स्पीड में चल रहे होते हैं। मोस्ट पीपल कैन लर्न टू रीड एट दिस स्पीड with about 70%, 75% of normal comprehension, that they will understand 75% of text. Now, if you are at 100 words per minute and above, you are reaching the level of competitive speed readers. Competitive, like people studying for UPSC or SSC, these type of level. This usually require extreme technique that skip over most of the text. Most people can't remember much at this speed because you're reading 1,000 words per minute. Okay. Tips: take a break after half an hour. This helps to remain focused and reduce your eye strain. Not in your study, while you are doing speed reading at that time. Practicing in a place that is quiet with no distraction, which is well lit. That means there should be a good lighting. Ventilated air should be there. Good air, ventilated, good air should be there. Okay. Do not sit in a closed and cozy room. Try to sit in an open environment where it is quiet. Now, don't change the text you are reading too often. Like you are reading comics or a story, you are reading a story which is romantic. Let's say romantic. Try to read romantic. If it's mystery, try to read mystery. If it is newspaper, try to read newspaper. So do not change the text you are reading too often. It makes comprehension and maintaining reading speed difficult. If you will change it, so too. Because there are always some different word in every type of writing. Now, make sure your speed reading is not hampering your understanding of the text. Okay. So you have to maintain the speed where you can understand. Okay. You cannot compromise your understanding with the speed. Now, a fresh mind and ability to concentrate is a prerequisite for reading important text. So it is important that you have a fresh mind. That's why what happens when most of the students attempt a CA Foundations this paper, they attempt a law first. Okay, which is okay because that contains 60 marks, which is okay. I have no problem with that. But now after 2 hours, your mind will not be fresh. So how can you comprehend everything very quickly? So a fresh mind and ability to concentrate is a prerequisite of reading important text. Some people function well in the morning, other things better in the afternoon or evening. So whatever time you can access, try to have a time for yourself. Okay. How can you enhance your vocabulary? Because if you are reading, you need to understand the vocabulary. Otherwise, how will you understand the passage? So the third chapter was all about vocabulary and we have discussed so many points there. But let us go through with some more points. First thing is read extensively. Try to read whatever you can get. Expose you to a wide range of vocabulary. Use a dictionary or thesaurus to look up the meaning of a new word. Read material that interests you. Like as I said, reading engaging story help learners build emotional and sensory context around new vocabulary. Like I said, that someone who likes to read romantic story, someone likes to read mystery story, mysterious story, some like suspense, some like thriller, some like comedy. So whatever interest. Now, learn a group of words that come together. Group of words. It is easier to memorize them, like flock of sheep than just flock. So don't read flock, just read flock of sheep because they always come together. Okay, that is try to read in phrases. Now, one way to enhance vocabulary to put the words you wish to memorize where you will see them frequently, like on a board, in a house, in a copy, wherever you want. So you can see at least once in a day on your wallpaper because you open mobile so many times in a day. So on your wallpaper, you can put it on your wallpaper. Now, a successful way of building vocabulary is to make association with the word which you will always recall. For example, gigantic. Okay, so gigantic is huge. Huge is what? God statue. So try to put your words with association of an object. I have a video that has grasp PT, that is about grasp PT. It is actually a very good exercise to learn the vocabulary. I will put the link of it in description box and you can watch this video. This will help you to understand the meaning of how you can connect a word with an object, these kind of things. Okay. Now 7. Many experts advise that to build a vocabulary, learn a dedicated memorization strategy that uses some form of mnemonics, that is a system such as pattern of letter, ideas or association which assist in the remembering of something. That is, try to group the words like what words you can see in the kitchen. Okay, in a story what kind of words you can get, in a school what kind of word you hear. Okay, what words you can use to explain an object. So try to make association or try to group those words. Okay, and last, dedication and perseverance. That is, try to dedicate yourself and try to preserve yourself, means whatever you are reading, you are just not forgetting in a couple of minutes. You can contain it, you can gain it for a long period of time. Okay, so this was our last point. So that's been said. This is our first part. This is our and part one, and in the next part I will try to solve some sample question with you. It will take some time, but it will be beneficial for you. Okay, so we will do one passage or two in our next video. So till then, अगर आप लोगों को वीडियो अच्छी लगी है देन प्लीज लाइक, अगर आपको लगता है आपके दोस्तों को भी ये वीडियो देखनी चाहिए प्लीज शेयर, एंड अगर आपको सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है अभी तक तो भाई वो जो रेड कलर से सब्सक्राइब लिखा हुआ है ना उसको ग्रे कलर का कर दो। ठीक है, आप बेल आइकन को दबा सकते हैं ताकि आपको नोटिफिकेशन मिल जाए। मैं डेली एक वीडियो तो अपलोड कर ही देता हूँ, कभी कभार दो भी अपलोड कर देता हूँ ताकि आप लोगों का कोर्स कंप्लीटली हो जाए, क्योंकि इस बार बहुत सारे बच्चों को दिक्कत आई है, इकोनॉमी प्रॉब्लम है, बहुत सारी प्रॉब्लम है। तो मैं अपने एंड से ये हेल्प कर रहा हूँ, आप लोग भी मुझे सपोर्ट कीजिए। बाकी कोई प्रॉब्लम लगती है, कोई सजेशन है तो कमेंट बॉक्स ओपन है, प्लीज वहां पे मुझे कमेंट करके बताइए। ओके, और जब तक अगली वीडियो नहीं आती है, स्टे ट्यून, बी सेफ, be healthy, eat healthy, do whatever you want to do, but stay safe. Okay, now thank you for your time.